Hello students, welcome to our English class. Today we will read the SGP2 of the lesson Blue Jackal. But before going to read the SGP2 of the lesson Blue Jackal, we will recap SGP1. Once there was a jackal looking for food. He fell into a tub. When he came out of it, he looked in blue color. He planned to befool all the animals. For that he wore a pair of spectacles and a cap sat over an anthill. The mole saw this animal first. Then he reported it to the rabbit. Then subsequently, that same message has been passed to the lion with the help of all other animals in the forest. Then the lion decided to see this new animal with the help of all other animals in the forest. The king asked to the blue jackal, "Sir, where are you from?" The blue jackal looked at the sky. Then the king decided he had come from the heaven. Next he asked, "Sir, kindly tell us, why have you come from the heaven?" The blue jackal moved his head clockwise, then anti-clockwise. Then the lion and other animals well understood what the blue jackal wanted to say. He had come to rule them all. He would be their king. Okay students, now we will start SGP2. The jackal was made their king. The lion became his minister. The elephant became the head of his army. The tiger was his bodyguard. The small rabbit was in charge of his kitchen. Some jackals also came to serve him. But the blue jackal, through his action, drove them away. All the jackals became very unhappy. One of them was wise and old. He watched closely the new king's manners. He could know that the new king might be one of their race but in different color. To be more sure, one day he asked the rabbit, "What does your king love to eat?" The rabbit said, "He likes to eat crab curry very much." He asked next, "Where does he like to live?" The rabbit said, "Don't ask me about this. He is our great king, but very humble and simple. He does not want to eat sweets, but only crabs. He does not want to live in the palace, but only inside holes." The old jackal was now sure that the king was no other than one of his own race. One day, the king was presiding over a meeting of all animals. The old jackal secretly called all his jackal friends. From a little far away, they hid themselves under the bushes. The meeting was in full swing. All the jackals shouted together, "Hookehu, hookehu, hookehu." The blue jackal also started saying, "Hookehu, hookehu." Knowing him no other than a mere jackal, they chased and killed him. Students, let's know some new words. The first one is minister. Minister means mantri. The first example is the lion became minister in the forest. Second example, Birbal was the minister in Akbar's reign. The second word is head of army. Head of army means chief of army. The first example is the elephant became head of army in the forest. Second example, Sri Upendra Dwivedi is our India's head of army. The third word is bodyguard. Bodyguard means one who protects others. First example is the tiger was a bodyguard in the forest. The second example is the king always comes with a bodyguard. Next word is draw away. Draw away means ask them go away. Example, the jackal drew away all the animals in the forest. The second example is the farmer drew away all the birds. Next word is crab curry. Crab curry means dish made of crab. Example is I like to eat crab curry. Next word is humble. Humble means polite. Example, be humble with your grandparents. Then the next word is palace. Palace means a large building. The example is the king lived in a palace. Students, see here, the next word is secret. S-E-C-R-E-T. Secret means something keep hidden. In Odia we can say rahasya. I will tell you one example on this word. Don't share your secret with your friends. The next word is presiding over. P-R-E-S-I-D-I-N-G-O-V-E-R. Presiding over. It means to be in charge of meeting. In Odia we can say Sobhare Daitwa Neba. The example is Ram was presiding over a meeting with all friends this time yesterday. The next word is in full swing. I-N in, F-U-L-L full, S-W-I-N-G swing. In full swing. The meaning is full speed. In Odia we can say Jora Sorore. Example is the meeting was held in school in full swing. Now students, let us discuss SGP2 in detail. The jackal was made their king. The lion became his minister. The elephant became the head of his army. The tiger was his bodyguard. The small rabbit was in charge of his kitchen. Some jackals also came to serve him, but the blue jackal, through his action, drove them away. all the jackals became very unhappy. One of them was wise and old. He watched closely the new king's manners. He could know that the new king might be one of their race but in different color. To be more sure, one day he asked the rabbit, "What does your king love to eat?" The rabbit said, "He likes to eat crab curry very much." He asked next, "Where does he like to live?" The rabbit said, "Don't ask me about this. He is our great king, but very humble and simple. He does not want to eat sweets, but only crabs. He does not want to live in the palace, but only inside holes." The old jackal was now sure that the king was no other than one of his own race. One day, the king was presiding over a meeting of all the animals. The old jackal secretly called all his jackal friends. From a little far away, they hid themselves under the bushes. The meeting was in full swing. All the jackals shouted together, "Hukehu, hukehu, hukehu." The blue jackal also started saying, "Hukehu, hukehu." Knowing him no other than a mere jackal, they chased and killed him. Okay, students, we will solve the comprehension questions. The first question is, who became the blue jackal king's minister? Yes. The answer is, the lion became his minister. So, what is the answer for this question? The lion became the blue jackal king's minister. Second question is, who became the head of his army? The elephant became the head of his army. Correct. The answer is, the elephant became the head of his army. Third question is, who became his bodyguard? Yes, the tiger was his bodyguard. Next question, who looked after his kitchen? Here, the answer is, the small rabbit was in charge of his kitchen. So, The answer is the small rabbit. Now students, we will do some comprehension activities. Here some MCQ questions are there. We have to choose the right option from these questions. The first question is, to look different, the blue jackal dash. Here the four options were given. The first option is looked upward, moved head clockwise, talked through action, and the last option is wore spectacles and a hat. Yes, the answer is correct. Option D is correct. Wore spectacles and a hat. Now, this is the second question. Who saw the blue jackal first? The options are deer, B tiger, C mole, D rabbit. Yes, you are correct. The answer is mole. The third question is, who was in charge of the Jackal King's kitchen? The options are the rabbit, the tiger, the mole and the deer. So the option is rabbit. Now students, we will do one more activity, that is solve the crossword puzzle. Actually, here we have to identify from this table, we have to identify some animals and birds. Okay, we have to encircle the names of birds and animals. See this table and identify the birds and animals from this. Here, who will say the first one? Yes, correct. The first one is deer. What is this? It is an animal. Very good. The next one, who will say? Yes, tiger. Very good. See, come to next row. Who will say the answer? Yes, you are correct. The option is fox. Next one. Who will say? Yes, you are correct. Rat. Okay, students. Now, who will say the answer? Yes, tell me. Yes, you are correct. Dove. Dove is a kind of a bird. The next one, who will say? Yes, you are correct. Very good. Lion. The king of the forest. Nice. Next one, next word. Who will say? Elephant. Anyone can say the next word? Who will say the next option? Yes, correct, you are correct. Parrot. Okay, students. So like that we have to go for so many crossword puzzles. Good. Okay students, we will do one more activity on match the columns. Here this is column A and this is column B. We have to match them. Okay, here are the different kinds of animals in column A and in column B. It is purely belongs to their roles. So we have to simply identify the roles of each and every animal. The first one is rabbit. Who will say the answer? Yes, you are correct. The answer is manager of the kitchen. The second word is tiger. Who will give the answer? Yes, you are correct. Very good. Bodyguard. Now, the third word is elephant. Elephant means, who will say the answer? Correct. Head of army. And the last word is lion. Lion means minister. Okay students, what we have learned today? We read SGP2 and comprehended it, and we did some comprehension activities. Thank you. Bye-bye.